तो लाइक ये सिल्क मार्क जो ब्यूटी पेजेंट हो रहा है मिसेस सिल्क मार्क ब्यूटी पेजेंट, तो उसके बारे में जानना चाहेंगे कि किस तरह का ब्यूटी पेजेंट है और कौन सा एडिशन है, उसके बारे में जानना
I
चाहेंगे।
should tell in Hindi or English?
हिंदी इंग्लिश मिक्स।
Oh, English. Oh, okay, right. Actually, Central Silk Board is functioning under Ministry of Textiles, Government of India, and this organization is basically an apex body which is responsible for the development of silk and silk industry. And what happens in this industry, most of the workforce is from women folk, and more than 70% of the women folk are involved in this industry, and therefore when the industry was filling, uh, whenever any woman goes to buy a silk sari, uh, when she goes for 10 times, almost for 6 times she gets cheated. Means the artificial silk is passed to the consumers as a pure silk. Therefore, Government of India thought, why not to bring a mark which assures the purity of silk. Then silk mark came into existence. The whole objective and goal of silk mark is to protect the consumer's interest and promote the Indian silk in the country and overseas. In view of promoting the whole Indian silk industry, the Silk Mark Organization of India, under the aegis of Central Silk Board, has been organizing many programs in the country. Shrimati Silk Mark is one of those programs, and Shrimati Silk Mark basically is an event to give an opportunity to work, give an opportunity to women, those who are married in particular age group, and in the process of organizing this silk mark, Shrimati Silk Mark, there is a sense of confidence in women to buy silk. So with such programs, I think we have completed in the country more than 5-6 programs like Kochi, Coimbatore, then Hyderabad, Visakhapatnam, and this is one of the first program happening in Mumbai. So with such program, we invite the Mumbaikars to really actively participate in such programs, and let us all join together and promote silk and silk industry. That is the main purpose of Shrimati Silk Mark. Once the whole event of Shrimati Silk Mark is over, then we have an ambitious plan to conduct this program, the grand finale in Delhi. But at the end, I must tell you that ultimate aim of the whole program is that kindly do not buy silk without the silk mark label, and with this we are not only protecting consumers, but we are promoting the whole Indian silk industry, and woman is an integral part of that. Thank you.
We would also like to mention, we would like to know why with the Balarani brand? We would have had options. What is this connection projecting the brand?
Yes, Padma Shri Vidyavalan has been quite generous. When we went to her to accept as a brand ambassador, and I must inform you, she has accepted as a brand ambassador on honorary basis. And Silk Mark Organization of India, as already I told you, it is basically to protect the consumer's interest. So then why Vidyavalan, Padma Shri Vidyavalan? As all of us know that she is an icon for the silk sari. You must have observed whenever she attends any reality show or any programs, and she has got a passion about Indian silk. And on our request, she has accepted to be a brand ambassador of Silk Mark and Indian silk.
Silk, actually, silk cloth is, the pure silk is an expensive thing actually. That is why you have lots of artificial things also coming up. So how are you trying to curb, to say, bring things where people don't use the artificial thing, but then people always see an option also where they get cheap things. So what have you to say about that thing? Like, because even the silk industry is a little bit coming down, actually almost come down a lot. So what have you to say about that? Expensive क्यों होता है इतना? Your silk जो है.
Say if you compare the price of artificial silk, which is 300 rupees to 700 rupees, and if you see the silk is basically a labor intensive activity. Lot of labor is required for that, right from the rearing of silkworm, the production of silk, then production, then weaving, then it goes under the processes. Therefore it becomes very costly. To promote it further, the government of India has many programs in the country. It is happening. So ultimately our whole aim is to promote Indian silk, and it is a cultural heritage of India also. So we have to promote that. Okay, thanks.
Smita, please tell us about Shrimati Silk Mark and your association with it.
Shrimati Silk Mark has already been a very popular beauty pageant in the south, and now they're venturing into the west zone, which is very nice. We always look forward for new pageants coming in, new aspirants, new models, new housewives. I would say we have Mrs. Beauty queens that are going to get formed in here. So it's an interesting event. It's something that we all are looking forward to. I would firstly like to thank them. Firstly, like to welcome them in this venture of this West Zone, and also would like to thank them for having me as a showstopper for the show. I would also like to thank Parul Chawla, Aparna from the brand cell, and Raju ma'am. Thank you.
चलो बैठ लग दूंगा थैंक यू
क्या कहना चाहेंगे सिल्क मार्क के बारे में और आपके एसोसिएशन को लेके
I'm very happy to be part of Shrimati Silk Mark, and because silk is something which is associated to every female very closely. कुछ भी function हो, I think any wedding is not complete without silk, चाहे वो किसी भी religion में हो. So this is something really wonderful, and I think it's a very good initiative because हमारे maximum time में देखती हूँ कि जब ladies होती है शादी हो जाती है तो वो they go into shell और अपनी families पे ही ध्यान देती हैं, but I think they should realize that they are also an individual and they have to come out and be explore themselves. So these kind of competitions and initiatives taken by people, it helps them to build their confidence not only professionally but in their personal life also. So I'm very happy to be a part of this, and yes, I'll be working as a showstopper for them, so it's a big honor. So I'm just looking forward for it.
थैंक यू
Thank you.
पूरा स्टेप बैक बाबू आजकल बूम बहुत तेज पकड़ रहे हैं थोड़ा सा आगे
चाहेंगे सिल्क मार्क के बारे में एंड आपके एसोसिएशन को लेकर सिल्क मार्क से फैशन शो में आप एक हिस्सा हैं, कितना देना चाहेंगे उसको लेकर?
श्रीमती सिल्क मार्क ये बहुत ही अच्छी गवर्नमेंट मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ इंडिया की ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है और ये हमारी जो टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री है उसको भी बहुत एक बढ़ावा देती है जो मुझे लगता है अपने आप में बहुत अच्छी बात है। हमारी इस तरीके की जितनी टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्रीज़ हैं इंडिया के अंदर उनको एक पहचान मिलनी बहुत ज़रूरी है, तो इसके साथ एसोसिएशन होना मुझे बहुत मतलब मेरे लिए काफ़ी बड़ी बात है, क्योंकि मैं एक इंटरनेशनल लेवल के ब्यूटी पैजेंट की विनर हूँ और सिल्क मार्क श्रीमती सिल्क मार्क इस तरीके का एक ब्यूटी पैजेंट करवाने जा रहा है। ये साउथ में तो होता ही आया था, नेशनल लेवल पे हो रहा है और इसमें मुंबई की और पूरे इंडिया की मिसेस इसमें हिस्सा लेंगी और सिल्क हमारी औरतों का एक बहुत ही फेवरेट फेवरेट पोशाक रही है। मतलब सिल्क बरसों से हमेशा से हम औरतों को बहुत पसंद आता रहा है, तो आई थिंक इसके साथ एसोसिएट होना मुझे काफ़ी अच्छा लग रहा है एंड आई कंसिडर माई सेल्फ वेरी फॉर्चुनेट टू गेट एसोसिएटेड विद इट।
Thank you so much. What will be your priority actually? As a judge, what will be your priority? Like, how do you see your contestant acting?
Okay, see, of course, because it's a beauty pageant, I would definitely see that the contestants are up to the mark, but also the beauty in Mrs. comes out only also with the fact that they are confident enough to step out of their homes and to take the dual responsibility to do something for the society, whereas they are also doing the same for their own homes. So they are the homemakers and they can be the society builders as well. So if somebody has that potential in herself, I think for me that would be the biggest criteria than judging only with the aspect of beauty.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
तो ये कैमरा में देखिए।
Center camera, madam. Look here. Look center.
शादी जी, सबसे पहले आपसे जानना चाहेंगे सिल्क मार्क एसोसिएशन को लेके आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे, एंड प्रियंका जी आपके लिए वॉक कर रहे हैं, क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
सिल्क इंडिया डेफिनेटली सिल्क इंडिया के लिए मैं यही कहूँगी कि आई एम वेरी मच हैप्पी दैट आई एम पार्टिसिपेटिंग फॉर दिस शो एंड प्रियंका खुराना जो मिसेस अर्थ एंड मिसेस इंडिया है, शी इज़ वॉकिंग द रैम्प फॉर मी एंड डेफिनेटली ऑल माई गारमेंट्स आर गोइंग टू बी इन सिल्क।
प्रियंका, आपसे जानना चाहेंगे आप सिल्क मार्क ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से जो जुड़ी हैं, क्या कहना चाहेंगे, इनके लिए वॉक कर रहे हैं, व्हाट्स योर क्या फीलिंग है इस पूरे एसोसिएशन को लेकर?
Center.
So I'm very honored and I'm very excited to be walking for Shraddha, and association with Silk Mart is something that is very close to my heart because I feel that silk is a fabric of India. and more and more women should embrace it, more and more women should wear it, because I feel that Indian women, they look best in silk, and I'm very excited to see her collection and to be part of it. And at the same time, the initiative which Government of India has taken, Ministry of Textile has taken, so this is an initiative which is very nice, because मैंने ये हमेशा फील किया है कि मैरिड वुमेन को अपना रेगुलर जो रूटीन है उससे बाहर आने की ज़रूरत है, उनको ये जानने की ज़रूरत है कि उनके अंदर कितनी कैपेबिलिटीज़ हैं, बिकॉज before this, before winning Mrs. India and Mrs. Earth, and I'm still an investment banker. So you don't realize how much potential you have, and this stage gives you a lot of potential. This stage gives you a lot of opportunities, and you need to be ready for it. So my message to all the married women is that please come out and take part in it, and just realize the kind of potential you have. And you may not realize it today, but definitely after coming out, you will know in the coming days.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In silk, we already have the sari. When you talk about silk, only in your mind sari only comes on the 50s. But then Western things, in silk,
And I
the awareness that is created for something which is being created in the Western thing.
And I think that is where,
Coming out with the Indo-Western collection itself, which is very much going to be in silk. So that only is going to be a very different from regularly, like all the Indian married women wears only a sari in silk. We must have all seen that. Plus, we use more of the silk, most of the silk in the marriages. This is going to be a different turning point, which I'm coming up with a new collection. And yes, I'm very excited with coming up with a new collection.
because silk we have always seen as you just mentioned, that silk we have only seen in the form of saris, but fashion is a great way to combine new ideas and show it to the world. So I'm very excited to see what Shraddha comes out with, and I wish her and the institution all the best.
Thank you so much.
लाइट ला जीतू भाई सर लुक सदाब कैमरा कौन से वाले पे सदाब के रेडी आदि
एसोसिएशन के लिए, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे जो आज लाइक अनाउंसमेंट हो रहा है मिसेस सिल्क मार्ट ब्यूटी पेजेंट्स के लिए, क्या कहना चाहेंगे आप?
देखिए वुमेन एट लार्ज वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट ऑन द होल इज़ अ ग्रेट इनिशिएटिव और आज सिल्क इस चीज़ को आगे लेके बढ़ रहा है सिल्क मार्ट इट्स फिनोमिनल ट्रस्ट मी द फ्यूचर इज़ वुमेन टुडे आज हम या आप जो भी हैं इट्स ऑल बिकॉज ऑफ द वुमेन पावर देश में आज इतनी ताकत है इस नाम में इस बिना औरतों के आज हम सब अधूरे हैं एंड टू टेक अ ब्यूटी पेजेंट on the level of Mrs. Beauty Pageant is again a fantastic job. आज beauty pageants काफ़ी होते हैं but to take it at this level, amazing. It's a source of inspiration for us all also.
And how much do you prefer silk actually? Or it's only just occasionally when you're going out for a wedding or something like that?
It's not really so. It's not about wedding anymore. It is around every time, everywhere. Those days are gone. वो वक्त था जब हम कोई शादी है या कोई भी त्यौहार है जिस दिन हम सिल्क अटायर पहन के निकले बट इट्स थ्रू आउट नाउ इट्स नॉट दैट कि वो एक पर्टिकुलर दिन की बात रह गई है इट हैज़ टू बी यूनिवर्सली एक्सेप्टेड इट्स 365 days today.
You are into lots of social activities also, like कभी लगता है कि जो silk industry के small scale में थे, those are really lower down actually. Anything where you would like to labor wise, because it's a very limited process.
See, industry at large has definitely lowered down everywhere today. It's a temporary phase probably. Let's be realistic. With all due respect to the Honorable Prime Minister, we have to believe in him. We have to ensure that we give some more time to the gentleman, and we are looking forward for a great future ahead for the continent at large. Thank you so much.
थोड़ा पीछे
gorgeous baby flower.
नहीं आप so we'll go one by one, yeah? So I'll have Aparna and request Aparna to come and speak on the show first. Come. Chalo. Step. Yeah, step. Shrimati Silk Mark.
Start.
So Shrimati Silk Mark is launching for the first time in Mumbai, a beauty pageant for the married women. So if you're stylish, if you're savvy, you're sophisticated, come out, enroll. The auditions are going to be on 25th of November, the grand finale on 14th of December. It's going to be a star-studded evening. Be a star yourself. Come register.
Thank you.
Thank you. So designer, what do you have to say about Shrimati Silk?
Shweta.
Yeah, good afternoon. This is one of the good step taken by Silk Mart, Shrimati Silk Mark. We are showcasing for this show. We'll be designing using silk, the best silk fabric manufactured in South India. So this is one of the good show happening in Mumbai. So please, everyone, take part. Thank you.
Thank you.
Say about your association with Shrimati Silk.
This is a fine opportunity for us to use the silk fabrics and the blends of silk fabrics, as they are our own country's best blends that we have. So we rather have the best of our designs put up in this fabric, and it's a great platform to showcase it for us. So thank you to the Silk Mark, Shrimati Silk Mark, that they've given us an opportunity to showcase it.
Congress will try to give the best design for the silk mark, and to promote silk, we'll do all the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, it's an honor to be a part of this association and to design for Shrimati Silk Mark. Silk is one of the purest forms of fabric which is made in India, so we should promote more and more of silk. So it would be great to design garments made out of silk. Thank you.
We are very happy with our collaboration with Shrimati Silk Mart. We are very excited to put up our collection, and yeah, all the best, and let's have a great show together.
So as a choreographer of the show, what do you have to say? And what is special that we get to see on the show?
First of all, really happy and proud to be associated with this event, and we are going to be working with the lovely ladies who are married, and it will be a great pleasure to train them and groom them and choreograph them in association with the Silk Board. So wishing everyone all the best. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, members of friends from media, distinguished guests. On behalf of the Central Silk Board, Ministry of Textiles, Government of India, and the NCR team, welcome to the launch of Shrimati Silk Mark in West. I'll request Mr. Parmar of the Weaver Service Center to kindly felicitate Priyanka Goel. Priyanka is an IIM graduate and Executive Director to Wall Street Bank. She's a reigning Mrs. India and Mrs. Earth, and one of Fortune International's 50 most powerful women of India. Mr. Parmar, could you please also felicitate Ms. Neha Banerjee? She represented the 2017 pageant and was placed among the top 6. She also won the Mrs. Bravery and Mrs. Beautiful Eyes in the pageant, which was held in Durban, on the theme Empowering Women. Mr. Parmar, could you please also felicitate and Dimple, could you please join us behind here, because we'll have a photo opportunity with all our designers as well. She's known as Paru in the Marathi film industry, where she already has 15 movies to her credit, with 4 films slated for release in 2018. She's a sportsperson right through and through. She's a Maharashtra Shweta Khanduri. And Mr. Parmar, could you please felicitate Shweta Khanduri? She comes from a defense services background. Her debut film was Junjana, which was opposite Krishna Abhishek. I think it's going to be released. And she is featured in the music video Barish Ke Bahane, a super hit music video. And ladies, if you could just stay there for a while, we'll call all our designers and felicitate them as well, and then have a group photograph with everybody. I request Mr. K.S. Gopal, Chief Executive Officer of the Silk Mark Organization of India, to kindly felicitate each of our designers. And Mr. Singh, could you join us behind with the ladies? We'll have a joint photograph. Edishri and John of Vida Prethen Couture. Manish Reshamwala. Manish Reshamwala. Shweta Bora of Sakshi. And the Siona team, could we have you? And our jury, our showstoppers, and the beautiful ladies. So, members of the media, your chance for your photo opportunity.
अनिल भाई थैंक यू
Okay?
Good questions were asked. What is the future of silk? And I had to reply the question. So I would like to share that reply here also because it is relevant here. What is the future of silk? So my reply was like this. As long as there is woman on this earth, so the future of silk is very, very bright. The future of silk and future of gold has to be bright as long as woman is there on this earth. The reply was very simple, and this answers many, many questions. So if anyone is having doubt what is the future of silk, please remove that doubt. The future of silk is good and very, very good. There is no doubt in this. Only doubt is that when we go to buy silk, we don't get real silk. If you go to buy silk 10 times in a shop, there are chances for 6 times you will be landing buying impure silk in the name of silk. This is a study, a deep study conducted by Silk Mark Organization of India. So, Government of India thought, why our consumers should be cheated? Also, I would like to share this platform and share this information with you people. There are about 80 lakhs to 1 crore of people involved in the silk and silk industry. Silk industry. And 70% of them are women in the silk industry, that is workforce. And the total silk production in the country is 28,000 metric ton, and 70% of that goes to the silk sarees only. So the silk is produced by the woman and it is for the woman, and in the process women are getting cheated. You see the irony. Silks are produced by the woman and it is for the woman, and ultimately who are the sufferer? Women are the sufferer. So Government of India thought, why not to bring a mark which assures the purity of silk, and the silk mark what logo you are seeing, that came into existence. This is the story behind the silk mark. And I personally feel proud to announce here, we have got more than 3,000 silk outlets in the country, those who are promoting silk mark, or you mean promoting Indian silk. Not only Indian silk, promoting pure Indian silk. Now there is a big question, how to promote Indian silk and how to promote silk mark. If you and I or we buy a silk sari, for us it is a silk sari, the shining silk sari. But the moment we buy any silk sari, we look at the smiles on those women, those who are giving, basically it is a labor of love. It is a very, very tedious. Someone asked me one question here, why silk is very costly. If you come across, if you see how the silk is produced, right from silkworm, it gives silk, it is processed, dyed, woven, it is a lot of labor is required for that. Therefore it is costly. The moment we buy a silk sari, the benefit goes to those women, and we can see the smiles on their faces. So with all these objectives, the silk mark came into existence, and almost 2.7 crores of silk mark labeled products have already reached the market. These statistics I am giving you for your information. Now, the role of media is very, very important here. Media can make you, media can break you. So our request is that, here also I would like to share one important incident with me. One of the leading, vice president of leading newspaper in the country, very, very leading, top 2 you can say, he was with me in Bangalore. One very simple question I asked him, you can publish a tips on nail polish in your supplements. Why not you can publish the silk care? Is it not important? When you can promote nail polish, why can't you promote silk care? How to store silk? Many people must be wearing silk, but we do not know how to store silk. How to take care of silk. When we should dry, how to iron, is very, very important. Silk is very, very important for us. So, but he was answerless. When he can give a tips on nail polish, I have seen many times. I showed him on the blind face, yes, it is there. Why can't you write on silk care? It has never come in the history of any newspaper, any media. Have you seen silk care? I don't think anybody has seen silk care in any supplement. Sorry to say. So therefore, the role of media is that let us make aware our consumers, our stakeholders, and in the process, we are getting pure silk. Once we get pure silk, who is getting benefited? Those women, 70% of women. Please remember those faces. So we can bring smiles on their faces. So, with all these objectives, we are trying to promote Indian silk, and Shrimati silk mark is one of those tools. It is not everything, it is one of those tools. So this Shrimati silk mark, we have started in Hyderabad, Visakhapatnam, Coimbatore. This month only we have completed Kochi. There was a huge response there, very, very good response. So this is the first edition in Mumbai. We are starting now taking up this program, and we hope that this program is going to be a big success, and Mumbai is a place where such programs are already organized. People are aware of that, and with all these events, ultimately we are going to protect our consumers. We are going to promote Indian silk. The more silk we wear, naturally there will be smiles on those faces. As already I told you, this is by the woman and for the woman. And with this woman power, I mean everybody is talking about woman power today. So I will quote a few lines from some books, and I will try to end this talk here. because there may be some other speakers are also there. There is one presentation lined up. These statements and quotes are from almost 60 years back. It has been written by one of the greatest saints. Name I am not telling you. Basically, this is in Hindi, so I would like to speak Hindi with your permission. It was written for the woman, Nari. So they have told what is the power, Nari power, I mean, Nari Shakti. So it was written there, परिवार की शक्ति नारी है. Someone you might have heard also this statement. परिवार की शक्ति नारी है, समाज की शक्ति नारी है, देश की शक्ति नारी है, at the end विश्व की शक्ति नारी है. This statement was given 60 years back, and when we see those designers here, and most of them are Nari. So give a clap for Nari today, please.
Asani.
It's Vedika Kohli.
Okay, Vedika Kohli is the lucky contestant who will judge. Director of Creation to kindly come up on stage and receive a small token of our gratitude. Okay, the person who is responsible for bringing all you lovely media people out here and our friends from the media, Parul Chawla of Picture and Craft. And you can see how popular Parul is, especially among the media and our celebrities here. Parul Chawla. They are our PR partners. Utsav Dholakia, who will be choreographing and directing the pageant. Could we please have Utsav on stage? Utsav, we'd like to felicitate you. Utsav is a choreographer who's choreographed and directed shows across the world, and he's been felicitated by the Mayor of Kensington on Thames for his contribution to Indian fashion in the UK. Thank you very much, Mr. Ramesh. Ladies and gentlemen. Hello, is it Vedika? Vedika Kohli?
Yes.
Vedika, I'm calling from the Shrimati Silk Mark pageant. I believe I believe you have sent an entry for this pageant. And we're happy to inform you, we've got a pleasant surprise. Normally there are screening and then there is the audition. You have been selected as the lucky participant who goes directly to the auditions, jumping the screening round. So, how does that sound?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, I am, of course.
Great.
Thank
now
you
tell
so
me one
much.
thing, how did you come to know about the pageant?
I was just going to Facebook one day and then I read about it. So it seems to be good and interesting.
Okay, and I presume you're looking forward to the pageant?
Of course I am. Very much.
Okay, the Mumbai finals are on the 14th of December. Okay, so please mark that date down. And don't go for any movie with your husband or anybody else, okay? With your family. Oh, mark that date down. Okay, tell me one thing. Will your family support you? Because sometimes they don't like wives and moms getting into the public. Will they support you?
No. We are very supportive that way. They've been in fact encouraging me since a very long time for it. So that's a good thing. I don't think they won't. I'm sure they won't have any issue. I have spoken to them already before registering.
Before registering, okay, and they are fully behind you. Okay, great. Okay, fine. Now, Vedika, thank you very much. We wish you all the very best, and we look forward to seeing you on the 25th of November. That's the date of the audition. So you have to mark down at least the first date, 25th November, for the auditions. And I think your next call is going to be to your husband, I'm sure. Unless he's there with you at home.
Definitely.
Okay, Vedika, all the very best. God bless you and all the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So much. Bye.
Hi, a very good afternoon to all of you. So before I share my experience, there is one thing that I wanted to share at the onset, and that was my inspiration when I entered the Mrs. India pageant. So I did not enter the pageant with a hope that I'll ever win it. it was, I think my son, my 2-year-old son at that point was the main inspiration why I thought that I could do it. Because whenever you look at a child, or whenever you look at a small child especially, will they not do something just because they have not done it before? No. They would in fact be more excited to do it. And that is why I think this was the one learning that I had from him, because of which when this opportunity for Mrs. India came, I thought, let's give it a go. And once I applied, so I have always believed in one thing, that either you don't do something, or when you do it really well. Then a lot of people who worked with me, including Shweta, who helped me win the Mrs. India crown, and then from Mrs. India to Mrs. Earth, was a different journey, because it is all about teamwork. It is all about people who get associated with you. And it is such a big platform. And I believe this platform is like a mic in your hand, because it gives you a lot of responsibility, because a number of people are looking at you. And hence, whatever you do, whether good or bad, gets amplified. And that is why it's a lot of responsibilities. And I really congratulate Silk Mark for coming up with this concept, because this is a great platform for married women to come out and live their dreams. Because I believe that once a woman is happy inside, she can be a better mother, a better employee, a better wife. So many parts of her life just get sorted once she is happy inside. And this is a platform to give happiness to women. This is a platform to help them build their confidence and help them build their families in a much better way, I feel. So I congratulate everybody who is associated, and I'm very glad and honored to be part of this. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Priyanka. I'd now like to invite Neha Banerjee to share her thoughts with us. Neha, over to you.
A very good evening to ladies and gentlemen here. So I have two very lovely memories of my childhood. One was when my mother used to go for work and I used to be alone at home. What do I used to do? My favorite game was to take out all her beautiful saris, get dressed in her saris and just enjoy. Because my mother just loved wearing silks. So I have that beautiful memory of beautiful saris and me wearing them in the absence of my mother. And when Parul told me that I am getting associated with Shrimati Silk, that was the moment I thought that, oh my God, this is something I will really cherish. The second memory is, I am a Kathak dancer and I've learned from Kathak Kendra. So I used to be very, very excited when the beautiful silk costumes used to be made for us. And those days we used to get really beautiful silk and beautiful designs, beautiful costumes, and silk had a very special place in my heart. Now, it is also very, very important, and it makes more sense to me to get associated to this, because after listening to what they said about the women who are actually weaving it, and it brings happiness to their faces. So the pageant, Mrs. Universe pageant, in which I participated, was also about women empowerment. It spoke about domestic violence, and I actually worked for 9 to 10 months with the ladies who are now raising their voices against domestic violence, trying to find some kind of craft or some kind of work for themselves and not to be dependent on their male partners. So I also feel that Shrimati Silk Mark is also providing an opportunity to those kind of women who can create some kind of job for themselves and be independent. So therefore, I think more than a beauty pageant, it is about women empowerment, as rightly said by the organizers here. And so I'm very, very happy to get associated with something like this. Thank you. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to be the part of this.
Hello everyone. I would like to introduce myself again. My name is Dimple Patel. I am Miss Globe winner. In fact, the first Indian winner to win this prestigious title. So yes, if I talk about my journey, it's been very interesting actually. I started my career with Miss India. I participated, but I couldn't win the title that year. Of course, very disheartened, naturally. But yes, Femina Miss India opened doors for me. I became established model very soon. But that crave to win Miss India title, was always there in my heart and in my mind. Even though I became established model, I used to have this craze to see that Miss India crown on my head. I tried again, and I failed again. Yes, I failed again. And I don't know, after a few years, I again got an opportunity to represent my country at the Miss Globe Beauty Pageant. And trust me, I didn't only win Miss India pageant, I became the first Indian to win the Miss Globe title. So yes, it's an honor for me to be associated with Silk Mark organization, especially because it's dedicated to women and women empowerment. So I would like to wish all the contestants of Shrimati Silk Mark all the very best and advise to them that just have belief in yourself and never lose hope. If you have these qualities, you can not only win the crown, but the entire world. Thank you.
As we all know, that Shrimati Silk Mark is already a very renowned pageant in down south. I would like to first of all welcome them to Mumbai and also thank them for making me a part of their show, as they're having me as one of their showstoppers. So I would like to thank them as well. As we all know, India is so rich with culture and tradition and heritage, and in the past few decades we've been losing it somewhere. And it's really nice that we see yoga coming back again in India. Similarly, now I see silk coming back, because it's not that it was ever lost, but whenever we think about silk, we think about saris. Always the saris, because my mom's from South herself, so we have a lot of Kanjivaram saris and stuff like that. So whenever I think about silk, and I see, I'm not going to wear a sari every day, but I love silk, but I don't get an opportunity to wear the sari every time, now and then. So what I would like to say is, I'm very glad and happy that we have a show associated with silk, where we have designers who will be designing costumes in, I think, Indo-Western outfits, and also I think we have the gowns and stuff. So it's going to be a lot of variety of silk in different forms, which is a good opportunity for the designers and we youngsters. When we cannot wear silk in a form of sari every day, we can probably try out something like that. So that is a good opportunity for us to wear silk. So I would like to thank them to have this beautiful event happening, and most importantly wanted to thank Parul Chavla from Picture and Craft. I would like to thank Abarna from the brand Cell, and a lovely Raju ma'am. Thank you so much for having me associated with your event. Wish you all a great evening.
Thank you very much to Smita.
Everyone, I am Shweta, and I'm very, very happy and honored to be associated with Shrimati, because Shrimati Silk Mark with the name itself, Shrimati, I was very, very keen to be part of it because it shows that how strong a woman is. We always say Mrs. and all that, but the moment it comes Shrimati, the respect comes in a very different way. So first of all, I would like to congratulate you for choosing such a wonderful name and giving a platform to all the women and getting them out from their shell, because I believe that maximum women who get married, they get into their house, they get married and they think that now it's their family, they don't have to do anything else. But they have to understand that they are individuals and they have to get out of it. And these kind of platforms helps them to come out from their shell and have an identity of themselves. So I'm very happy to be associated with this. Yes, silk is something which we all have in our wardrobe. As a girl, I don't think anybody would say that they don't have it. As Smita said, right, we don't get time, like we don't get opportunity to wear sari every now and then. But then yes, with the creativity of silk, with all your designers, different kind of patterns and the way you're going to dress up the models and everyone, we want to see that. I personally want to see it because I have a lot of silk in my wardrobe. And as you said before that yes, the silk, we don't know how to keep it. That's the most important thing. We really don't know how to keep it. There are no tips that we get how to keep the silk well. That happens with me also because I have silk, but sometimes I just take it out from the wardrobe and say, oh shit, it's bad. There's something wrong. So we definitely need those tips to keep our silk saris or silk, whatever we have in silk in a proper format and a way. So I'm very happy to be associated, and I want to say thanks to Raju ma'am, for whom I worked before also, and Parul Chawla for making me part of this, and definitely Aparna, because as a model, as an actor, and as a woman, I feel very honored to be associated with anything which is by the women and for the women. So, and this is for the women and by the women, and more power to women. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening. I'm looking forward for the show. Thank you.